Yes, sir. Pick my stuff up off the floor. We back. What's up, fam? It's your boy, Sean Nathan, host of the TBB show, Trying to Be Better. Hope y'all trying to be better. Like, subscribe, and press the button. Yo. Another beautiful week, man. I think I said 2 weeks ago, transitions was happening. They happened. They still happening, but it's been impactful. Very, very powerful. And I'm glad I'm still here on this journey with y'all, that y'all sharing this time with me. I do appreciate y'all being here. So as long as y'all out there trying to be better, we good. You know, every day trying to be better. I walked into the studio and I've seen this before, but I didn't really pay it any mind. And there was a poster on the wall that says, like, get 1% better every day. That's trying to be better. Just 1%. You know what I'm saying? If you cursed 10 people out last week, this week make it 9. Subtract 1. The next week make it 8. And then one of these weeks will be like, yo, I ain't seen nothing to nobody. I had a really, really peaceful week. So small increments, all right? Continue to grow in small increments, all right? You don't have to rush everything in life. Everything is not immediate. Everything is not immediate. Believe that God will accelerate you in the season when it's time. So take your time, enjoy your journey, be reflective, show gratitude for the day that you're in. Everything don't have to be sped up. You know, like, you probably miss so much stuff when you speeding. Like, if you drive in a scenic area and you just speeding, you miss some of the majesty that passes you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're missing the mountains and the hills and, you know, just there's so much you can take in when you slow down a little bit. So this week, I want y'all to slow down. I want y'all to try to get that 1% and be better, and think about certain areas and where you actually want to apply that on how you want to be better. We overall in totality want to be better, but pinpoint it though. Have some strategy behind it, all right? Say, make a list of 10 things that you want to improve, and next to that, right away you can do it. And do it for all 10. And then take one a week. Work on it for a whole week and see how it goes. And then once you finish that, add on to the next one. I told you these Red Bulls. I gotta stop drinking these. But slowly, man, slowly progress. Nothing needs to be done in a hurry. Rome wasn't built in a day is what they say. So you're not gonna be built in a day. Bible say that we're like clay in the potter's hand. So he's not making and molding you. You're not done in a day. It's got to shape you, got to smooth you out. It reminds me of Ghost. Them saying that when she's making the clay vases, it's spinning all out of control. Sometimes our life look like that. You know, like we're being molded or being shaped. We're almost there, and then something happens, and it's all right. You got to start it again. So sometimes you got to start things again, man. And when you got to start things again, that's cool, because that means you're growing. That means you're trying. And growing and trying and is all we can really do as we're trying to be better. You know, you have to put that effort in. You got to get that 1% every day. And that's where I'm at with it today, because we was talking last week and it hit me just on growth and how I see other people grow. I'm going to leave myself out of it this week. Like, it's not even about my growth, because I know I'm growing. But there's a person on social media, and I'm not going to say their name, but they're growing though. And there's a lot of backlash that this person is getting because of their growth. And it made me think, like, how disgusting that is. That before, when they were putting up all the raunchy stuff, all the ratchet stuff, that they were in love with this person, you know, crazy likes and followers and reposts and whatever. And then the minute that this person begins to embrace a new side of themselves and walk it out, then the attacks start coming, calling them fake. How you gonna post this when you still have this up and you look like this? So what the person did was they went in and they took all the old stuff down. Now, only thing that's up there is the growth. And it's still crazy how people are trying to shun this person's growth. and how they want to tear that person down. If you're being like that with anybody who has growth, I'm going to tell you right now, it's because you are not growing. Anybody who can tear somebody else's growth down is because they're not doing something with themselves. And they're scared of how much you're growing, and it makes them look at themselves and realize that they're not doing anything. So their best thing to do is to now attack you and try to bring you down off of your pedestal. So it's sickening. It's crazy how much this world these days promotes negativity, man. I watched I don't be throwing shout outs like that, but I did watch the Cam Newton interview with Pastor Keon, and he said them two words like baby and cancer, and then like how the whole, check it out, because I can't really break it all the way down, but there's something that happens neurologically when you say something positive as opposed to something negative. And they were saying like that you give more energy and more attention to the negative stuff than you do the positive stuff. I mean, that's prevalent in today, man. Like, look at the news, you know. Everything that's not healthy and that's not positive is not promoted. But everything that's negative and that's combative and that's hateful, it gets all the airtime, all of it. And it's crazy because when somebody starts to grow, the negativity they get for changing. You should appreciate somebody's change. We should celebrate somebody's change in a positive way. How is it that you have the energy to try to tell somebody what they're doing positively to themselves is negative, or they're being fake, or it's not real? Nah, that's you. That's a you thing. If you can't support somebody as they're leveling up in life, you ain't never gonna level up. Point blank. You not. Because you have an inability to even appreciate what somebody else is doing and them having the courage to display it. So your fail safe is to go ahead and try to poke and take shots at them because you too afraid to do the same thing for yourself. Don't be mad at that person because they have some courageous nature in them to change where they came from and they want to do better. They trying to be better. They want to get better. Man, listen. If that's how you move, I don't want nothing to do with you, you know, because your whole circle probably like that. And it's probably a bunch of negative people sitting around talking about other people that's trying to be positive. And y'all will never get there, man, if you're going to operate, move like that. I'm sorry to say it, but you're just not. World don't move that way. And the way that the climate of things are going, all the attention gets placed on negativity. Everybody want to fight. Everybody want to beef. Everybody want to call each other's religions out. Everybody want to call each other's genders out. Men against women, husbands against wives. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a terrible thing, but I mean, it's the world we live in. So the essence of this show, man, is to help break down those walls and stop those stereotypes, because most of them aren't stereotypes. Most of it is just what we have these days. This is what we got. So if everybody legitimately was trying to be better every single day, and God gave us another 100 years, then I think the world would improve significantly if we could appreciate each other's change, appreciate when somebody is growing, as opposed to trying to tear them down. You know, support, man. I said this probably like 2 weeks ago, like, support goes a long way. If nobody has support for what it is they're trying to do, then they might stop, because they might not have the skill set within inside of them to keep going. You know, everybody don't have that thick skin and say, I'm gonna keep pushing because my day coming. And it's gonna pop off and they gonna see. First off, don't do it just to prove them wrong. I think that's a bad way to try to attain success just so you can show all the people that were telling you can't do it that you can. That's gonna happen naturally. Like, it's going to come. It's like, what does it say? Brighter futures, man. Brighter futures are coming. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to put and publicize everything that you do, or do it from a place where it's like retaliation in a positive way. Look, I made it. Now all my haters can go and, you know, kind of relax off of that. Try to be better in that. Do it because you just want a better, healthier lifestyle. They'll see it. And I guarantee you that growth is going to be confronted with somebody telling you or somebody trying to talk about you. Don't feed into it. Let them talk. They probably going to be in the same spot that they were when you started to when you grow. And once you get there, they still going to be in the same spot. So don't let it throw you off your track, man. But I was just, man, it made me sad to see somebody really trying and putting forth all their effort to help people now from the platform in which they have, and just the attacks coming at this person, But I did hear that if you don't want that platform, then don't go for it, because when you really make it is when they start talking about you. Because if you ain't make it, you're not on their radar. They don't have nothing to say. Everybody got an opinion. Everybody's got a judgment. But you shouldn't make judgments, though, which is why my moniker in life is I don't make judgments, just observations. I can only tell you what I see, what I observe. I'm not going to talk about you and judge what you're going through, especially when I've been through stuff myself. So I can make an observation of what's actually happening and then kind of form how I want to respond to it. But it's not going to drive me, though, to judge you and to put you down and bring you down. I'm bigger than that, and I have more love in my heart for people than that, because the stuff that we go through these days, it's not easy. Ain't nobody waking up with roses and sunshine every day. And even if you are, there's a portion of your life that wasn't like that. And who's to say that another portion of that won't happen later on? We all are faced with the same things: climate change, high taxes, gas is crazy, political situations. Like, from a grand scheme of the worldview, we're all living in the same ecosystem. What you do affects me, and what I do affects you. You may not realize that, but somewhere down the road, though, you'll see. So tearing down somebody because they're growing and not giving them support might have them back up and not continue, but this person might have been a catalyst to like really, really change some things in a general area, or just in the world, period. And if they stop, that change never happens. So don't use your energy and your efforts. If you don't like something, man, don't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Don't say nothing. Like, keep it to yourself. Don't get a platform. What kills me about these platforms and what it is that I do here today, and what others do, is that you have these react people who whole basis is to get on and talk about other people from a negative point of view. And you know what's crazy? They got crazy followers. People hitting they buttons. You know what I'm saying? They subscribers just through the chain, because negativity these days is so much higher than positivity, which is wild that we can live in a world where everybody says, like, I just want peace, but yet you're promoting somebody and supporting somebody who promotes nothing but negativity and does the opposite of being peaceful. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. I do my best, though, to make sure that I'm not one of those people. If I don't agree with something and I don't know you at all, I'm not going to say nothing. It's not my place. Why would I? Why would I take my time to go and jump into your comments or to follow you? The wild thing is that some of y'all people follow people, watch everything they do just to talk trash about them. You still a fan. And you still adding to their growth. So if you really don't like somebody and don't want to see them successful, then stop following them. Stop adding fuel to what it is they're doing. And when they make a change and they start growing, if you don't like it, unfollow them then. Don't give it no energy. The problem is that you're so lazy and you don't have anything going for yourself that you have to spend all your time looking at what everybody else does. And then you want to talk about what they're doing. Go do something for yourself, man. Like, listen, in this last season of the year, I don't set resolutions, man. Like, I make goals, and I set forth plans that I want to accomplish. But some of y'all need to make some resolutions to stop being so ridiculous and do something with yourselves. Like, really, really do something. instead of putting all your energy into watching other people do stuff. You know, there's only a few pods that I still watch these days because I can't really be too focused on what this person is doing in their arena when I got to focus on my arena. Now, there's some folks I'm not going to stop watching, though. Tim, he one of them. One LA, one of them. You know what I'm saying? Rock City is my new joint, man. Rock City PMJ is crazy. And Dr. Darius, man. Like, I kind of got like my 4 or 5. And TC, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is where I get my fuel from, but that's because it empowers me. Like, there's a lot of jewels that get dropped. There's a lot of stuff that I get from that makes me think. So when I come in here and sit down, I'm able to share better. You know, do something, man, this last season to set yourselves up for next season, man. Share better. Learn better. You know, have a moment of obscurity. You know what I'm saying? Like, move away from some stuff. You don't got to be in the mix of everything. You can really learn more when you're not on the everybody's radar. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so much stuff you can learn in a season of obscurity. Your personal growth, your own development, your languages will get to change. Step back a little bit for these next 3 months. All right? Get a plan of action. Set some goals. Communicate with some people who are in positions in which you see yourself being. You know, these are healthy people to have attachment issues to because you see a part of them that you would like to have in you. So start to mimic some of their behaviors. You don't have to become that person, but some of their principles, though. And that's if you don't have your own principles. You know what I'm saying? But if you have your own principles, then stay 10 toes down, as they say. You know what I'm saying? Don't buckle, don't fold. Keep following that because it's going to take you somewhere. And where it's going to bring you out of is being in a place where you point the finger when you talk about somebody else who's having a season of growth. And watch. Let you start having your season of growth. That's when it's really going to shine through. When you start growing and then you start getting the people that's like, oh, you just different. I don't know if I really want to hang with you no more. Watch. Yeah, because you're growing and they want to stay the same. You can't be around people that want to stay the same when you want to grow, which is why you should go into obscurity and say, all right, cool. Well, I mean, if that just means you ain't meant to come with me, you doing me a favor because I can't stay there. You know, I had to leave my hometown because I just couldn't stay there. I saw what might become of my life if I stayed there, what might become of my attitude if I stayed there. And shouts to all the folks, man, back home that's actually still moving in the right direction and being positive and helping other people out and wanting more, requesting more, and knowing that it takes a certain amount of time to get there. And it's not like an instant gratification. I'm not going to arrive tomorrow, but I'm going to start, man. Like, shouts to my boy Sabi, man. He posted something the other day and said he's been like 2 months sober off of everything. My guy, love you, cuz. Like, that struck a chord with me because I've had my own journey and I'm still on my journey. 1 year, 3 months. You know, everything is not done immediately. Everything takes time. So, you know, as we transition, man, like I said like 2 weeks ago, last week, something like that, do something to where you can grow and stop looking at everybody else that's growing around you or that's growing from afar, from a distance. I'm going to get off social media for the next 3 months. Like, you probably won't see me unless I'm in the studio, unless I'm hosting. And it's about the show. You'll see a clip from the show. That's it. I'm not really going to be in the forefront of things no more as I'm trying to figure life out for these next 3 months. Because next year is going to be a more powerful year than what this year has been. You know what I'm saying? We'll do a recap. Look, y'all, support people, you know what I'm saying, in a healthy way. Don't give them negative support because you can support somebody negatively too. You know what I mean? Like, by what you say to them, if it's not injecting and infusing any love, any constructive criticism, you know, that's a form of support, but it's like negative support. So be better and allow people to grow. That's all I want to say this week is like allow people to grow. And they don't need your permission. Nobody needs permission to grow. But don't make the growth journey for somebody harder than what it has to be by trying to tear down what it is they're going through and what they're doing right now to become a better person. Because at some point in life, you're going to want to be a better person, hopefully, and you don't want to be met with the same type of energy that you gave to somebody else. So allow people to grow, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Do y'all best at the close of this year to figure out how you can be better next year. Trying to be better is never going away, man. I'm gonna never stop doing this as long as God gives me breath in my lungs, because I'm never gonna arrive at a place where I feel like I have it all. That's just ignorant to think. And neither will you. You're never going to arrive fully, but there is a place you can arrive to where you operate better on a day-to-day basis. That your foundation of who you are shines through and is so strong that other people will gravitate towards it, and you're much better than how you were, years before. So TBB is going to be continually. Always try to be better, man. That's what I say. Always, always. No matter what, you owe it to yourself. If nobody else, you owe it to yourself to try to be better. You know what I'm saying? So take a hardcore life audit. Like I said a couple weeks ago, put things in perspective, figure out what it is you want to change, and then how you want to change it, how you want to go about it. And the people that's out there that's kind of tearing other people down on their growth journey, just stop. You're making yourself look ridiculous. And you're actually calling your own stuff out. It's like, yo, you're miserable because all you do is spend all your time trying to attack happy people who's doing something positive. And that's the joke to me. Like, you look crazy to me. I'll see it and be like, you're miserable. Your life is probably trash. Like, and that's not a judgment. It's an observation. So if you can put that kind of energy out there, that speaks volumes on how you move and how you live in life. So anyway, yeah, I love y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? We back in here week by week. Again, TBB is never going nowhere, because the way I see it, we should always, always try to be better, because nobody's going to be perfect. So just keep making progress, y'all. Listen, I love y'all. I'll see y'all soon. We back in here. Hit the button. Later.